got the Wurkkos HD15 here, and what I'll do is I'll put it on the lowest mode. You can't really spot it so well on the camera, but it works well for anything just a few meters ahead of you, or just, you know, looking downwards. Okay, this is medium. Getting close, you can see the grassland to the left hand side, and that's the highest mode, or not the highest mode, the high mode, and you can see that illuminates the trees to the right very easily, the grasslands to the left, and you know, this is actually on the flood beam as well. Okay, so it's more of a diffused beam, slightly kind of warmer looks to the eye, and double press and you get turbo, and that really is nice sort of diffused beam. It even hits the grass right in the distance, you can see, just sort of illuminating the grass off in the distance. Okay, it's probably not going to last all too long on this turbo mode though, and we'll see how long it holds this for before it starts kind of ramping down. But the good thing is that the 18650 in here, it is able to sustain that output for a little bit longer, and it's not the smallest headlamp as well, so there is some decent heat dissipation. Okay, I think it's starting to ramp down. Definitely starting to ramp down a little bit. Click again and it just goes back to the highest mode. Sorry, just the high mode, but not turbo. Okay, so I mean, the high mode is great. That is really more than sufficient to see everything up ahead of you, up to, God knows, maybe 60-70 meters. So, you know, I think this is probably the one that most of you will be using, you know, when you clip it on and just switch it on, rather than that turbo mode, which is great for, you know, burst of lumens, but as you know, with smaller torches, they're not able to hold their output for long on those highest modes. So it's really just a click and hold. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The first mode's not really visible on camera. Okay, double click again, and there we got the turbo. Okay, let's go, and I want to switch over to the spotlight mode, so click and hold. Okay, click and click hold. There's this here, you can sort of see it on camera, it's the lowest mode on the spot beam. Again, hold again, and that's the medium spot beam mode. And you know, I'm surprised it actually has a bit of spill around that central hotspot. It's a nice round beam. Okay, this is high, and yeah, definitely a bit more throwier, this beam. Surprised, I mean, considering it's such a small TIR reflector as well, that it's able to throw that far. I can see even into those distant trees there as well to the right. But no issues with this grassland, trees to the right, even illuminating a bit of the grassland to the back. Double click, and we've got turbo, and this is yeah, this is quite excellent. Very bright and throwy. It's even hitting those trees right at the back, just tinting the trunks of those trees. Okay, just tinting the trunks of those trees, but that's about it really. You kind of see it tinting the leaves a little bit as well. Yeah, as you can see, it's a nice sort of circular spot beam, and the light is getting warm in the head, but the body's fine. There's no issues there. Just waiting for it to ramp down significantly to see what it does really, how far it ramps down. It seems to be doing pretty well at the moment. If I click again, it just goes back to that high mode there. Okay, you can cycle through again the different modes. You know, even that second mode, that medium mode, you know, that is decent. I'd probably want to, yeah, definitely want to put it on the high mode, I think, though, just for that added visibility. Though if you're, you know, if you're really in the pitch black, no issues. Pretty dark, pretty light again. It's a light with this turbo mode. Okay, now I'm going to switch it on to both modes. So with the spot beam and the flood beam. Okay, that's we'll just cycle through it. One. Okay, so that's the lowest mode. 2. Okay, wow. 2, 3. Wow, this is pretty cool. We've got kind of best of both worlds here. Bit of throw, bit of flood, and this highest mode as well. Well, not the highest mode, but I keep saying highest mode. The third mode, so just high. As you can see, maintaining its lumen output, and you know, the head of the flashlight is, yeah, it's warm. Bit on the warm side, but again, it's comfortable enough to hold with, even at the head of it. Let's put this on turbo. Double click. Wow. I'm very impressed with this light. It does yeah, 2000 lumens on this highest mode. That's 2000 lumens. Can't get the best of both worlds. That spot beam in the middle. The spot beam does throw, yeah, it does throw significantly further than that floody beam. It's starting to ramp down now. I can see it slowly start to ramp down. I think that's a good thing with such a small light like this. Certainly light ramping down. If I click again, I wonder what happens. Oh, it goes to the highest mode. Just the high mode, sorry. But interestingly, the turbo ramps down even more. Okay, so that's high. But turbo actually ramped down past the high mode even, so when I clicked again, it just actually ramped up when I went from turbo to high. 2, 3, double click, turbo, go for a little walk.